Welcome to another episode of Shadows of New Orleans. Tonight we have our various vampire factions meeting up on neutral grounds to discuss the recent events in Big Easy. So wherever Avalon will be patiently waiting when she arrives, looking around and watching for the others.
Finger will roll up in a armored stretch limo. It's very obviously armored. I don't know how you have an obviously armored one, but he does because it's obvious and he doesn't do subtle. And he gets out. He's clutching a ledger to his breast, like tightly. It's got like a padlock on it, and he kind of walks up to Avalon and goes, "Well, good evening, my dear."
Good evening. She just kind of looks at what he's got clutched to his chest there. I assume this is part of the conversation we're going to have.
No, it's got numbers on it, and I assume you people can't read them.
No, I can't read numbers at all.
Was that too blunt? That was blunt, wasn't
it? No.
Who do you think is going to be attending our little shindig?
Well, I contacted, she holds up a card. This guy. So we'll see if he shows up.
Indeed. Is he a friendly individual, or will we be filling him full of lead?
Well, he was awfully quiet on the boat, quieter than I. So it's hard to tell.
Yes, I thought the both of you were mute. Apparently, I was wrong.
Oh no, I am definitely not mute.
Yes, however, you did show some disapproval at the actions that were entertained. I find it odd.
Yeah, well, we all have our things, right?
No, I don't have things.
Right. She just kind of shakes her head.
I'm an open book. Let's go sit amongst the people that we eat. I mean, converse with. Yes.
Let's.
We shall wait for your friend. I mean, associate. I mean, guy you know, or whatever level of camaraderie two of you created betwixt yourselves.
Just a card.
Well then.
So a dark color, a dark color sedan pulls up, and out of the back of the sedan steps those of you would recognize Eli, and he's dressed in a relatively smart-looking suit. And he's carrying a notepad, and he's wearing a pair of reading glasses. He nods towards the both of you and steps towards you.
Well, greet him. It's your card. Damn it.
The car just drives off. Uber. Apparently they're useful.
Yeah.
Interesting. They request
Welcome,
payment.
welcome.
Pardon, I didn't hear either of you.
Oh, she said, welcome, welcome. Come sit with us.
Sure. He'll grab a nearby chair, pull it over, and take a seat.
Yeah, Finger is he actually does have a really weird thing around his neck. He actually has a skeleton finger around his neck. And he's got in the ledger, he is like clutching it to like dear life. Like he's just, or occasionally he'll touch it to make sure it's still there.
You know, they don't tend to get up and walk off on their own.
He whispers, "Aren't you an undead creature animated by strange blood magic? If a book wants to get up and walk, I wouldn't find it odd."
Good point.
Indeed, the man has a valid point.
So, why have you called us here, Avalon?
Well, I mean, there's all kinds of, I figured we could discuss some of the recent shenanigans in the city.
What shenanigans would those be? Do be more specific.
Well, I mean, yeah. Well, I mean, there's stuff. We figured out what we figured out the last time we were out and about, but I kind of feel like there's a bit more to it than what we were able to put together or work out even. Not sure what, but
Eli looks completely lost.
she's kind of looking around, trying to figure out her best way to word it beyond that without
Well, you're doing fine, Avalon. Do keep going. I mean, do you really want me to be the person that says this out loud in public?
she just kind of looks at him. Well, I mean, considering it's something you know a bit more about, something you seem to
Do I?
dabble in a bit more.
Do I? You are casting dispersions in my direction. I could take offense, but you're right. Look, Eli. If I may call you that, because that's what it says on the call there.
Yes, you may call me that.
Yes, indeed.
Doctor.
Now,
I'm not actually
by the way,
a doctor.
Is
By
a
the way-
psychologist not a doctor?
Finger looks like a complete and utter scumbag, by the way. I mean, by the picture, I mean, you just can't, it just drips, like it oozes off of him. Like he can't even hide it. Like,
And Eli
and he
looks
turned
like he doesn't care.
But I understand that. I completely understand that because he only has one face. Um, look, now I'm going to speak plainly, something that you folk probably don't get a lot. So it'll probably be me. Now,
Oh,
a
I'm sorry. I'm
friend.
sorry to interrupt out of character for a second. You're coming in a little quiet for me. Um,
Okay, right.
just so it's stated in character, you are not actually in character speaking any louder. You are just speaking out of character a little louder so I can hear. Just
Okay.
so people know watching that he's not screaming this.
Everyone should know. No. He says, look, now you're a friend of yours who is of the, and he flips open, he opens the ledger and he begins, and he turns to a blank page, like at the very, very back. All the rest of it's full of numbers. He goes, I carry this thing everywhere. Don't worry about it. And he writes down, he says, and then he writes down a Ventru of yours has made himself a bit of an issue on my side of town. Now this Ventru, and he underlines it again, who is a member of, and he writes out Camarilla, he underlines it. Now he made himself a nuisance in our neck of the woods. Now, what I was wondering, is this a group-wide thing, like the whole, or just this one? And then he underlines again, been true.
Well, just to make sure there's no misunderstanding, he's not actually a friend of mine. He's a person that happens to hang out in the same crowd. With his finger taps the Camarilla. But you know what I mean?
He goes, no, that's why I'm asking.
All right, so he's a person that happens to be in the same circles as I am, but is not a friend of mine. He's like a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend. You know what I mean?
I need you now for a fee, of course, to do me a favor. I need you to talk to your friends in the underline and say, I have no beef with the group as a whole. As a matter of fact, we can all play nicely. As a matter of fact, I do play nicely with a great many of them. However, this underline has become a problem. Now, I don't want there to be animosity betwixt the territory, the newly opened territory that we find ourselves responsible of. But I don't know, because I don't have any eyes and ears on that side of the house. And I was wondering, because you knew Avalon here, if you could avail us of your of some intelligence concerning the underline.
One second, Ian needs to check his notes. Okay, all right. So he sits there. He thinks. He takes out his cell phone and he looks at something on the cell phone. And he opens up he shuts the cell phone off, and then he opens his notebook and he looks at his notebook. All right, so here's the issue as far as I understand it. You're saying to me that somebody from my circle of acquaintances is making a nuisance for you. Am I understanding you correctly?
That's the rumor.
All right, so ironically enough, I got information that somebody from your group of acquaintances, same kind of acquaintances that I just explained, not necessarily friends, but same circle, friend of a friend of a friend of a friend, you know what I mean, is making a nuisance of people in my group.
Do you care to elaborate?
I can, but this is not really much of a place to do so.
Let's go for a walk then.
Sure.
Avalon, do you mind?
Sorry?
I said, Avalon, do you mind?
Oh, she doesn't mind.
So we start walking and talking.
So, from what I understand, is there was a business deal that got disrupted recently.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, most assuredly. You see, your friend told my new friend that he was the person that he had to that handled that sort of thing in the neighborhood that he had decided to set himself up, set shop at. He was wrong. And the person you talk to in my neighborhood when you do that sort of business. And, well, okay, my boss is who you talk to when you want to deal business in this area, in that particular business in this area. And I explained to him the error of his ways. And he was like, oh, Kel Surprise. I didn't know that. And then I was like, yes, other fool is lying. So I explained, so I renegotiated.
So we're talking about the same annoyance, basically, just from two separate points of view.
Well, I find it odd that you knew exactly who I was talking about when I just said a clan name. That's interesting.
That is interesting.
No, it's I've been described a issue from our side, and you're basically describing it. It sounded like I didn't get 100% details. I just got a really basic. This is what's going on. You know what I mean?
My thing is this: I would like for this animosity to not be spread to the sex as a whole, but just keep it betwixt, our territory in this particular individual, as I hold no malice toward the other individuals that party at your parties, as it were. But being vague enough, damn it.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
It's annoying. Damn it, Avalon, how do you do this?
I can pass the message along. What they do from there, I don't have any real power amongst my friends, but I can pass the information along.
Now let me sweeten the pot a bit. How would you like to be the liaison betwixt our territory and your sect? How'd you like that?
Hasn't that been tried before and failed miserably?
Yeah, but it ain't been tried down south where we have the land of hospitality.
If this is an official request, it's got to come through the appropriate channels. I would not be against the possibility, however.
We know people, don't we? Don't we, Avalon? Don't we know bad people? I mean, people that can make this happen.
I would not be against the idea. I've had some dealings with your circle before. We've worked and the deal worked out well for both sides. So it's not like it doesn't have some history.
Well, I want to warn you. I am critique. Is that a problem?
I'm Malkavian.
I don't know who that is. Who's that?
You know the mortal kind of twist around the temple point that mortals do. He kind of does that.
Nope.
Oh, okay. Um,
Oh boy.
we
What?
are. Some people call us the crazy ones. Some call us the seers.
So which are you, crazy or seer?
Maybe a little of A, maybe a little of B.
God damn it. All the ones we become friends with and is damn crazy. I mean, no offense. I mean,
He gives a smile that obviously it means he doesn't take any offense to it.
damn it, Avalon, the one of them you meet and they crazy. Really, Avalon? Really?
Well, like I said, his silence is explained well now.
He takes out a business card and gives it to you. And it does say psychologist on it.
Is that for your doctor or for you? I mean, dude, like
The second number is my direct number.
so this is like if somebody finds you twitching and being crazy and carrying on, they call this psychologist person and they show up and make you all better.
No, that is me.
Wait. Makes that hand motion when you're, and she makes the hand motion again. What is this world coming to?
And if you like, I can bring you in on a second. Now, if this passes through, there's a secondary thing that I would like to bring you in on that has yet to come to pass. But first, we have to run this up the flagpole and see what they say.
The second thing doesn't have anything to do with what happened on the boat, right?
Nope, not a thing.
Okay.
I promise. Would I lie? Yes, I would. I'm not right now, though.
I like that.
Oh, no, I'll tell you what I'm lying. I promise.
But yeah, no, like I was saying, I've got no issues with the concept.
Good. Any other individuals you can find that would be willing to work in a together like capacity, that too would, amongst your peer group, and it's not some sort of dirty spy, that would be wonderful.
I'll see what I can do. I can't make any promises, can't speak for anybody right now, but I'll see what I can do.
Make sure that they are not a low down, yellow belly, dirty, two-faced spy. Everything will be everything.
Just remember, if she holds up his card, we know where to find you.
We're not supposed to be. What are you gonna do, pretty Adam? Do we not level threats at the crazy person? I mean, do you think that's a good idea? Oh, God. Crazy.
Yes, and he's just chuckling at the exchange.
She just kind of half smirks. And,
hey, it's a great cover.
Cover what? What is she covering up? You covering up stuff?
No, I mean what's on what I am, psychologist.
See, yeah. This is why I'm glad I don't have a clan. I don't have these type of problems. But yeah, you running up your flagpole, we're running up ours, and then we'll meet again at a later date.
Sounds good.
Now, I have to go again. He's clutching this ledger like it's a baby. You know all my secrets are in here, right?
So it's your.
Well, yes, about my first
She
crush
smirks.
and about when I was watching Riverdale and what I think about Archie and how he's so dreamy.
It's his diary.
So he writes
Nope.
down his deep, dark secrets and his woes.
And I draw kittens.
That's cute.
Ain't it? You Yankees wouldn't understand
Real
things like
cute.
that. That is all the business that I had. Was there any other business that the two of you had to discuss?
That I am, I do believe I've given you both my card, yes?
I think so.
Indeed. I threw it away, but yes, you did give me one.
Well then.
Paper trails. Paper trails. Can't have no paper trails.
Fair enough.
I burned it. I didn't just throw it away. Well, I didn't burn it. I had somebody else do it with the fire bag.
She just nods. She's just staring at him like, okay.
Now, if you all ever want to find me, like that's ever going to be a thing y'all want to do, Sticks is my pool hall. You can find me there in the wee hours. It's filled with all manner of unsavory individuals, but I find it quite refreshing.
Unsavory individuals. Sounds familiar.
Yes, scum of the earth. Yes, my people. Well, I'm going to go now.
All right. Well, have a good evening.
Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Okay. Thank you. I'm going to go drink some blood or something.
Enjoy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Tasty.
Something we can agree upon. Well, Mr. Eli Crazy Doctor Man.
Yes.
Where to find me?
And you know how to get in contact with me, obviously. It's nice seeing you again.
Yes, though brief. If you are ever looking for any herbal remedies and such for your patients, you know where to find me.
Do you have anything that works on ailments of the mind?
There are plenty of herbs and plants that can be useful for such things. It all depends on what ailments you are looking to cure.
I will keep that in mind. I'd have to do some research first.
Very well. Research away. I'm quite skilled.
And if you have anybody that's suffering from severe cases of problems with the mind, you know where to find me?
Yes, yes. Well then. That being said, if your facility also needs some yard work, she's eyeing up the address on the card.
So there's no addresses on the cards.
No. Well, if your office building is ever in any need for some groundskeeping, just I'm very efficient with that as well.
Interesting.
You could say I have a green thumb.
I always considered my thumb to be rather brown. I have the
don't wanna
tendency
know.
of.
Keep that thing.
You know what I mean. I kill too many plants.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, I was never a good gardener.
I am a very good gardener.
I don't think I could. I don't think I could keep a plant alive. I think yeah. I'm pretty sure I couldn't keep a plant alive to save my life. Yeah, I'm pretty bad at it.
Well, if you'd like someone to come take a look and upkeep, feel free to contact me. I'm very good with local plants and these flowers, you name it, and things that are not local. So if there's anything in particular that you want, I can probably grow it or find it and take and show you. Well, not you specifically, but maybe some of your people to care for it.
You know, that might just work. I shall keep that in mind. Thank you.
Mhm.
Well, I do think I have to get running.
Yeah, that you wouldn't want your people to miss you.
Yeah, it gets interesting if I'm not there for long periods of time.
She keeps looking up, kind of at the watching like the skyline and the building tops. Looks down all very well. It was a pleasure talking to you, and don't forget to discuss with your people about on business.
I shall do so. Have a good
Have a good
evening.
evening.
You know, take out a cell phone, and a couple of moments later, the same dark sedan will pull up, and he'll climb in to the back seat, and it'll drive off.
All right. And once she's sure that he is completely driven off, she will start walking through the streets of the Big Easy. And that's that. So it's a nice, lovely little meeting of the Marks and Camarilla members. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. What else?